Hello and welcome back to American Vintage. Right, it is an absolutely lovely morning here. We have the sunrise coming and it's very orange and pink and a bit of blue there as well. We'll probably speed up the time a bit before we start doing some work. But just before we crack on, this is the first episode I'm recording since this whole base game update, conflict with this map, precision farming. There's just been a lot going on, a lot of comments on the videos and discourse in the Discord about this issue. Now, I thought that my farming simulator updated automatically, but it would seem that it does not, or at least maybe I haven't set it up that way, but I did have an update, but I loaded in fine. We'll see if there's any crashes that happen. I've kind of driven around a bit and tested things out a little bit, but nothing touch wood, has happened just yet. Although I am also not on 1.10 or whatever the update is. I'm still on the previous version, so I don't know what happened with the update that I had on my end. However, I won't change anything. I'll just leave it as is. Actually, you know what? No, that's a filthy lie. I did downgrade it. That's right. I did it before. I did it yesterday, before late in the evening before recording this the next day. So no, that's an absolute filthy lie. I did make that change, but I've also heard that there's issues still with precision farming and this and this map with even the old update. I don't know exactly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crack on as normal and just see what happens. Anyways, rambling away, you can see now that we are getting more and more light. We do have the lovely Case International tractor here. I do still have the my drills over here. For some reason, I've been fed lies as well about their direct drilling capabilities. I did try and direct drill some canola into here in the last episode, if you'll remember, but unfortunately, no go. So let's just have a look at the field itself and see what's going on. So we do have weeds in, but that's fine because we're going to be cultivating that in. So this is still... Right, what's going on there? Oh, did I get a little bit of that and not? Okay, that's fine. I think I might still get some more chaff out of this field as well, just to fill up as much silage as we can, just in case. I've also got some more info, and I have had comments about the animal information. So apparently, allegedly, I still have to test it yet myself, but if you make pig food with the map provided food mixer for pigs, the TMR, it will provide them their 100% food requirement, which would be brilliant. But we will see when we get there. I might get a few piglets in, and then if worst case and it's not fully there and it's not fully ready, then we can just buy one thing of pig food. That's not a problem. But we're not there yet because we need to harvest both the corn and the soybeans, which are oh my goodness, ready to harvest now. Right. Okay. Maybe we will then. All right. First things then. Okay. I didn't even realize that would be the case. Speaking of case, we're in it now. I really thought that it was going to be the next, because yeah, it showed that it wasn't ready fully in September. But brilliant. I get happy days. Not much more to say on that. Right. Let's put some lights on here since it is a bit dark yet. But we are going to get the cultivator and start cultivating this field, at the very least, to see what's going on with it, because if we can start harvesting, then maybe we'll do that while a helper cultivates this field. But also in the same frame, I don't really want to get a helper yet. We have loads of time to harvest. It is still very early. I'm glad that I woke up so bloody early then. Actually, you know what? I think I'll just do the cultivating myself, at least this first time. I do like to at least do the jobs that I can do myself the first time, if I can do. So, yeah, I guess we do need to cultivate. So that's what we're going to do right now. We have limed the field, so now we're basically cultivating in that lime and allowing us to actually drill into the field. So let's just stop for a moment, have a look at what we've done so far. As you can see, we have cultivated. Brilliant. Luckily, it's not showing as stubble tillage, which... Why would it do that again? I can't remember. Maybe because this is a real cultivator and not a shallow cultivator? So if we were to feel so inclined, we could also run over the top with a surface tickler and just add in that extra layer of... I think that's what would increase the yield fully, is to create a proper seed bed for the field. Not that fussed on it, to be honest. I'm not going to cultivate twice. I was barely wanting to cultivate once, to be honest, with the direct seed, so I shan't do that. But we are going to get some cultivating done. It's not a absolutely minuscule cultivator, at least, but we will obviously be needing it for the other field, which at that point I think would be wise to use a helper for, because that field's absolutely ridiculously massive. But this area I want to get drilled in with something. Surely there's something that we can put in the field today. Probably a grain. But before, you know what, actually no, before I drill anything into this field, because we also need to buy a roller, and I have found a nice roller that seems appropriate for, I think it is made by, I often forget the modder's names, BC Buell or something like that. He's made, from my understanding, quite a few of the sort of American, Canadian mods. So that roller is probably... It is proper vintage, like it does look proper old as well. But I think it is also more on the American side of kit, which is good. That's what we're after. So that is something, but it is a bit pricey. It's about 25,000. So unfortunately, that's going to basically take away... Nope, that's not the right key. It's going to take away our a massive chunk of our cash, but we can even just be a bit cheeky. Pardon me. Be a bit cheeky and maybe set a helper on a spraying contract or something. I don't know though if precision farming works the same way on a field we don't own. Do you know what I mean? I'd be a bit concerned that it would actually use up more fertilizer than we'd intend. I suppose we could just test it, even on a not so massive field, just to see what's what. But anyways, we are done a headland here, so I think the best thing to do to get this done is to fire off the time lapse. There we have it, field cultivated. And what's kind of crazy about this is that this field, as I've said before, is a big field for our usual play style. Like with all the small kit and everything quite vintage. I mean, it's still vintage, but yeah, it's that took about the same time it would take for our largest field. But it's a minuscule section of this big field that we have, absolutely massive field that we have. I've just had a thought as well, a bit of a problem, but I'm not too certain how I'm going to solve it. I will, because when in doubt, figure it out, but right, maybe we'll just leave this here for now, just attach that. Right, this tractor's a bit finicky, stay there, thank you. Right, so we have a absolutely massive header there. And we have a soybean field that needs to be harvested. Can we get down the lane with it attached to the harvester? We might be able to. Crikey, that is going to be tight. But right, we do have these two fields. I think we're going to do the soybeans first just to get them out of the way, because then that will allow us the opportunity to stick a helper in there to cultivate and get grass in ASAP so that we can get hay also ASAP. So let's find our beautiful gleaner. The first of hopefully many Alices that we have on the farm. Hello. Hello, Alice. I'm going to call it an Alice. I mean, it is. You know, I mean, it is an Alice Chalmers, right? So, look at that. Right. Oh, yes. Good to see you again, Alice. I did have a cheeky peek at some of the Alice Chalmers mods available to FS25, and they are not quite there yet. It's a popular vintage brand, obviously, yeah, vintage, because it doesn't exist anymore, but so I imagine that there will be more and more, hopefully, mods, Alice Chalmers mods to come in the future. Right, this is a massive header, and I knew that, obviously, but bloody hell. Now, we need to consider navigation. Right, okay, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. Let's make our way here and see, because if not, we might have to stick it on that trailer. Oh, look at that. What was I even worried about? Wait, haven't got there yet. What was I even worried about? Look at that. Happy days. Oh my. It's tight, don't get me wrong, but we made it. Well, nearly made it. Anybody come in? Nobody that way. Beauty. Do we have a beacon? We don't. It's alright. So I didn't opt for the folding... Ah, crikey. Ah, crikey. Ah, crikey. Good lad. Oh, you've buggered me up here. Why don't you just wait a minute, mate? Alright. There you go. Suit yourself. Lunatic. Oh my god. Okay, I want to get all these cars out of here. Just... go on. Go on. On with you. Mr. Van, you're making my mouse freak out. Okay, happy days. Look at that. Yeah, I guess we can get started. There was something I was going to do before, but now I've completely forgot. Something at the farm. Right, let me have a quick think before we crack on. Alright, never mind. I thought there was something that I wanted to show you, but I've completely forgot. It will come to me later. I had a cheeky think of it, but yeah, nothing. Unfortunately. Right. Let's get this lowered down. Nope, it's already lowered down. And we need to unfold... Oh, I see. Right, I was mentioning about there was another option for this harvester to allow us to unfold, have like a bigger unfolding thing. Oh, right, we're getting straw. Brilliant. Forgot about that. Yeah, have like an unfolding... Basically, it increases the hopper capacity, but it didn't seem very vintage. It kind of like, you know how the newer harvesters, the bigger ones, will have like the black sort of top, and then it unfolds into like a hopper, like a proper hopper. And yeah, it didn't really seem vintage-esque, so I didn't do it. But this is the second biggest capacity. The other thing is that we've got loads of room for trailers, so I mean it actually was a higher capacity than our trailers, which does seem a bit funny. So if you have a bigger trailer capacity, then it would make more sense, but we didn't and we don't, so we won't and we didn't. Right, let's crack on with this. So far so good. Soybeans always does go a bit slower than other crops. It's just a higher it's a lower yield, higher, I guess, reward. You get more out of it, financially especially. But we are not going to be focusing on the selling of the soybeans. We are actually going to be focusing on the using of them for pigs. Primarily pigs. Right, get that lowered down. Right, so with this massive header that we have, this really shouldn't take all that long to do. And I think what we'll do, because we do want to get this is the field we're going to focus on this time round, because we do need to get baling as well, so that'll be cool. We'll be able to get some baling done, and then I'll stick a helper in here with a cultivator after the baling is done, so that we can get this field turned round into a grass field this month, because we should be able to put grass in pretty much year round, I reckon, because we can drill oat as late as November, which we absolutely will be doing. This field again is going to be our hay field, so we will have to bring some hay kit down, but we won't have to faff with harvesters and all that, which is much better anyways. We will have to get roller down in here as well once the grass is drilled, but that's like a one-off sort of thing. And then then we'll just keep on top of it with spraying and all that. And here I'm just going to go back for these little bits I've missed, try and keep that straw in the right place. Brilliant. There we go. Right, and oh my goodness, missing bits. We can't afford to miss any soybean bits. It always happens on the headland, usually only the headland, primarily. Right, well I think that's enough rambling for now. We will crack on with our first harvest of American vintage. We did manage to get that final strip in one, so there we go. First harvest for American vintage is completed, and it was soybeans as well, and a really good harvest as well. Now I was noticing with at the top left the information provided by I suppose that's harvest information, so it shows how much we've harvested, how many hectares and all that. And how good or bad the harvest was, and just based on that alone, so right now it shows 56%. Yeah, I suppose that means how good the harvest was. There were times where it was 120%. I was keeping a bit of a watchful eye on that, but we can also go into the precision farming map and look at yield and see how well. So yeah, this middle section is where we were hitting 120%, but a lot of the field wasn't that great. Now I wonder if that's because of it has to be because of the I was going to say the pH levels, because you do not need to. Also I wonder how it said tillage as well as quite low. Anyways, the first harvest like this with a crop that's already set when you start, I think it's not quite as accurate as it would be when we put our own and do all of our own sort of crop work, which of course we will do in time. Now, right, good, no cars at all. You can head back to the farm with the harvester. Oh, boy, you better wait, mate. Yeah, if you saw this coming at you down the road, you would not be in a rush to meet up with it, I reckon. But right, that worked out. For the time being, oh look at that, we've hit exactly 6,900 litres. That's pretty cool, like a bang-on number. It's not always the case. Oh my, look at that. Right, this is nice. I don't know if this was here in September, but that is a nice little seasonal touch. We've got the pumpkins there as well on the porch. That is just lovely. Lovely little touch of detail here on this map. Really, really quite pleased to see that. Right, anyways, crack on. We could probably put the whole bloody harvester over here for now. That trailer is in the way. I don't remember parking it right there, did I? Did I put it right there? Mess. I think... Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to park this up here for the time being. Right on the back garden here. Just so that we can address what we're going to do with the soybeans shortly. Because I think I might... I mean, we could just put them straight in a bin, but we'll see here, because I do want to try and make that feed mixture sooner than later. But before we do that, I want to run over here to the case and attach to the baler so that we can at least get the bales sorted as well. Because I think that's something, or at least we can get that sort of set up and started. Look at the process of it. Actually, no. I'm going to do that in the next one. Because what I want to do now is I do want to sort out the soybean first. What I'm going to do is I know that one of these trailers will be able to hold everything that's in there. But I do just also want to get rid of the chaff that's in the first trailer from my experiment. When I was testing out to see if this could attach to the forage harvester, which it can't, by the way, unfortunately so. But then this will also ensure that we have all the chaff that we got so far, and it'll give us a final total. I know it's only 430 whatever litres or whatever, but it's alright. Okay, let's just get lined up here, get that sorted. Right, that's not on. Right, we've definitely got ourselves into a spot. I don't know if I can even unload this into that. Sure hope I can. Oh, you know what? Bugger it. I've got a much better idea. Right, we're going to just unload it. What do you mean can't perform that here? How dare you? Can perform where I'd like. I literally have the tip anywhere mod as well. So here, let's just tip it here instead. There we go. Oh, maybe it's because it's in a space that can't be tipped with. Tipped on, tipped in, tipped on. Tipped at, tipped. Doesn't matter. Right, we'll leave that there. We can finally use our bucket to load it in. Much better. That bloody trailer, I've got to move it. Right, here we go. 404. We even got an extra litre out of that as well, I think. Okay, look at that. Oh, how brilliant is this? As long as we don't miss. Okay, that's in there like that. Can even just park this up here for the time being, out of the way. Hop into, or onto the McCormick. Get it fired up, get it unloaded. That's done. Turn that off. And... oh, it's still processing. Bloody hell, it takes ages. I mean, I suppose that makes sense, because I find that sometimes it goes rapid. It's like instant, which is not as much fun. Now, as ambitious as this is, I'm still very tempted to try and fill this. Bloody hell, you know what? I think I will. I think I might try and fill it, because here's why. If we do that, then we don't have to worry as much, because that's how much we've done, right? That's 140 litres of chaff right here. Let's say we, I don't know, go like that and just cut off that much. Do the rest of this. That will put us at 200. That's mental. I'm not doing all of it in chaff. Maybe this section. Not this, certainly. We'll keep that as corn. But we can harvest the corn now, which is good. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll harvest like this. Oh, you know what might be a really good thing? Aha, idea. If I start about here, wherever this is. Here, let's go there actually. Brilliant. Okay. Nope, not brilliant. Can't see anything. Yeah, if we start literally where the bloody thing is now, if we start there with the corn harvester, the gleaner, go straight across here, right, straight on, we can probably use this with a helper to do the section that is not in this field. And it should separate the two. And look at this, we have another 11,000 litres of chaff already in there. I think this will be a brilliant idea. So smart. Genius. Right, we're going to move that bloody trailer right now. I think we'll also put this thing into here. So we'll just get that opened up. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's literally just a pallet with a bag of seed on, so it's not like it's very heavy or anything. Is that strapped in? Wow, we can really jump. Oh, goodness. 14 litres, you having a laugh? It's alright, it's in there now. Right, where's that trailer at? Let's get it out the bloody way. Okay, so yeah, we are going to sort out this grain. I think we should put it into a bin, because then... Yeah. Yes. Yes, we should. Right, let me just sort this out, because it is in the way still. Yeah, now it's out the way. Brilliant. Could put it in a trailer, but no, we'll put it in a bin. Right, we'll get this out of the way as well. Because yeah, the nice thing is that if we put it in the bin, then we can unload it from the bin with the... here, let's just get this out of the way completely. Oh, I nearly forgot that I had that lorry in there as well. I'm sure I'll use that eventually. Or we could sell the trailers and just use the lorry. Idea as well. Right, let's get this set up. Oh, actually, I think I can do it without. I don't know if I need a tractor for this. Right, what do these hold? Oh, they hold very much. Okay, well, let's do it in the farthest one. Can these not steer at all? Oh, there we go. Okay, so the... Whoa, hello. Camera angle. Actually, it's going to be a bit difficult to do it on this. No, this will be perfect. Right, we need to... No. Surely no. Oh, good. It's going so slow, though. Can this not raise higher? Oh, haha. Silly bugger. Right, there we are. Thank goodness for that. That's literally perfect. I think the other bins are taller, so hopefully it can still reach those other bins. That should... Oh, there we go. That should literally be bang on the money. So if we turn this on, it's a self-propelled. It's got a little motor on it, so a little engine. So don't need to worry about attaching a tractor to it, which is also brilliant, because I've had issues with that in the past. Now, I also don't think we have to remove the header for this. This should actually work out really well if it... I guess we'll find out. Ho-ho! That's not really on, but can I at least get it in the bloody thing? There we go, that's better. Whee, look at that. We got grain going in. Oh, that's grand. That is very nice. Very nice to see. Bit of a mess, but that's fine. Yep, that works out. Okay, we'll let that unload. because that's doing its thing. Now we can take our tractor, go over to the feed mixer, and just have a look at it, because I honestly haven't had a look at it yet. But then we will absolutely get into that field with our baler in the next one, because then we also, as I say, we need to get cultivating in there as well as drilling. Whoop. The turning on this I'm still getting used to. Not with the wheel, just this tractor in particular. I find it's turning and braking and everything is, well, let's call it vintage, shall we? Okay, now. Okay. So as you can tell from that, what does that tell us? That tells us that we need soybeans, without a doubt. But it also says a lot of other things, so I don't know exactly what to expect from it. See, I'm not even on the throttle and we're still going. Yeah, it just likes to roll about. Oh, has that finished? Oh, that was pretty rapid, actually. Now, I guess we didn't need to bring this over here because we don't have the corn yet, but at least we're ready for it. And I did just want to see literally that at the bottom there, the mixing ratio. So corn, dried corn. Oh, I wonder, do we get more out of... No, we don't. Okay, American farmers, I need your assistance here. What is the point? Other than selling it for a bit more money, what's the point of dried corn? I mean, in a real aspect, in reality, does it allow it to last longer? I mean, essentially you dry all your grain, no? Why is corn specific for drying? Just putting that question out. If anyone has an answer for that, would be brilliant. I think we'll just leave that there for now, because we are going to look at the mixtures and all that. It's very small. That's my only qualm with that mixer, is it's very small, but it's fine. Because it will work. So how much... Right, we've got that filled up. We can turn that off. You know what I've just realised, though? How the bloody hell do I get my soybeans out? No way. What? Whoa. Problem. Okay. Now I'm looking at this just as a logistical standpoint. I'll just move this out of the way, because it's no longer required yet. How do I get... Is there a thing? I'm just kind of looking for a way to open it. Ah, right. How do I get my grain out? Bugger. The drying bins have, as you can see very clearly, I should have put it into one of these, because it's got one of them. I know they're drying bins, I understand that. But you still need to get your bloody grain out. How do I get my grain out of this? Right, good thing we're ending the episode here, because ending on a question that I am very curious to know the answer about. How do I get my grain out of the bin without an auger thing built in? I mean, we can use the other thing we have, certainly. But how do we actually get it out? That's problematic, to say the least now. Right, well, that is a good opportunity to leave it there. I'm just going to park this, the header back in its home. I suppose temporary home. I mean, it should be fine outside, but probably be best inside. But where are we going to put a massive header like that? The combine, though, I will just leave here, because we will need it again for the corn very soon. But yes, let's just nip back over here and address this as a final thing. How do I get the grain out of these bins? They're beautiful little bins, but are they a permanent storage? I mean, I can't, there's nothing I'm seeing here to allow to like open anything or anything like that. We can put stuff in, no problem. But how do we get the grain out? So that is how I will leave this episode, is with that question, because it's very vital. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. I'm very pleased with the progress we've made today. We got the small section of the big field cultivated, ready for drilling. Not sure what we're putting in there yet, but we'll look at that in the next one. We also got the soybeans harvested. The next job in that field is to bale and then cultivate, and then, well, maybe bale lime. Maybe we'll increase the pH. We will also increase the nitrogen, but we do that once we've drilled in the crop, of course. Actually, wait, the pH might be... No, it is soil specific. We're not putting soybeans in that field, so we can increase the nitrogen as well, but we need to do the baling first before anything else. And then, of course, the massive corn harvest, which some of it will be chaff, some of it will be corn itself. How much of each, I haven't fully decided yet, but we will see what happens in the future. Right, if you have enjoyed the episode, cheeky thumbs up always does help out the channel, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Until the next one, though, please do take care, and bye for now.